Let's return now to a very important story, the killing of Al Jazeera journalists in Gaza. Salah joins me now. He is the Director of News for Al Jazeera English. And Salah, can I just begin by saying first that I am very sorry for your loss and that we here at CNN really do stand in solidarity with you and your journalists at this time. This was the targeted killing of, I believe, 5 of your staff, including one of the most prominent journalists and voices during the duration of this war, Al Sharif. Can I begin by just asking you for your reaction to what has happened?
First, thank you very much. And I think this is time that journalists everywhere in the world stand beside each other to defend collecting the truth from the field and protecting themselves against the tyranny and crimes that's committed against them. The reaction is journalists in Gaza are journalists. They have been working for 2 years under very difficult circumstances, risking their lives in order for one thing to happen, is to bring the truth about what's happening in Gaza to the outside world. And our correspondent died doing this after a threat from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday in the evening, few hours before they were killed. A threat, and at the same time when he was asked why don't you let international journalists to go into Gaza, he promised to secure them. And this is how he secured journalists, killing 5 of them.
And the IDF have come out with this claim that Anas served as the head of a terrorist cell in Hamas. I mean, it's an accusation of Hamas membership that you have heard throughout the duration of the war. What is your response to that?
It's not we only have heard that accusation. Anything for this Israeli government, which doesn't go along with its desires and narratives and what it plans to Gaza or other places, is Hamas member. This is the easiest accusation that happens. This is a government that is lying and lying and lying, and its lies are proved by so many organizations, eyewitnesses, countries throughout this war.
Anas and your other Al Jazeera journalists had moved, we know, to write their own obituaries before they were killed, which suggests they knew what was coming. Can you tell us what you know of the events of the past week and where the crew were at the time of the strike?
The crew was in the vicinity of Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza. This is a location that a lot of journalists go and start giving live interviews with their channels or collect information from. It's very well known, and they were not hiding. They're known to be there. Yes, every journalist in Gaza is writing his own obituary, because if you are in Gaza, you are not safe anywhere, whether you are a journalist or a normal citizen. 60,000 people died. Every morning you have something like between 50 and 100 people killed by Israel bullets or drones or whatever. So yes, they live in danger all the time.
Yeah. Salah, Israel have known where your journalists have been for the past 2 years. Can you speak to us about the timing of this and why you think this happened now?
The timing of this attack was clear from the Israeli Prime Minister press conferences yesterday. He announced his plans for Gaza. He wants to go and level the city and transfer something like 1 million of its inhabitants to concentration camp in the south, and maybe will accept voluntarily what he calls volunteer evacuation, and in fact it's expelling all of them. That is the plan for Gaza. Now, do they need eyewitnesses? Do they need cameras to monitor that and give the world? In the same press conference yesterday, he denied that there was hunger, shortage of food, but not starvation, which is a lie, as we all know. They suspect the numbers of 60,000 people dead, although it's verified by everyone. So it's killing the messenger and trying to eliminate any eyewitness to atrocities and genocide that actually is recognized and observed by a lot of international and local organizations.
Yes, and we know what a lot of your journalists have been doing, and us in particular, is bearing witness to the starvation that has been happening in the enclave. The Committee to Protect Journalists last month said it was gravely worried for Al Sharif's safety. How concerned are you for your remaining staff there now? And are you taking any precautions? Is it even possible?
There are, of course, I'm not going to explain all the precautions we are taking live on air now, because we want to secure them as much as possible. But there are protocols to secure journalists internationally, like protective gears, trackers, knowing their whereabouts, the way they use the communications, and all of that. But at the same time, if they are reporting from a besieged place with very little movement they can do, and they are confronted by a complete modern army that's bombing that place every day, there is no place safe. So we pray for God every day for their safety, as well as the other people in Gaza, children, women, and men who are under fire for 2 years now.
Yeah, and as I said at the top, we stand in solidarity with our eyes and ears on the ground there in Gaza. Salah Negum, thank you so much for being with us.